That's really important. She is, and she conveys it. She's been through some things, some family things,
Yeah.
but I think it's made her stronger.
Because I had to stop going to college after my first 2 years, I have definitely wanted to continue my studies in business. And the reason I say business is because I have an interest in so many things. And I feel like if I have that degree in business, rather than me putting so much trust, especially into people or corporations and things that I may not know, I may be able to do some of those things myself and be a businesswoman, a better businesswoman than some people may have, that have to go bankrupt or go through those hardships after they've accomplished so much. And seeing so much of that has really made me want to finish my degree for that major reason, because no matter what I may decide to do, or my fiance, or even my daughter, what we can always branch that out.
All ages, ethnicities, and styles of women came out to audition, but judges are looking for committed individuals who have the capacity to grow in the allotted time.
I don't care.
Okay.
I bring everybody up. That's one thing. Like I said, I'm a very positive person, and I always have them see, even if it's just a small portion of the positive, and they focus on that. You focus on this positive, and they start feeling better. I mean, that's like a gift. Maybe that's why I went into the profession I did,
Tell me more about what you do.
Oh, I'm a nurse. I don't know if the outfit kind of gave it away.
I like to bake.
Okay.
A little too much. had to stop baking for a little while, actually, but no, I've really been enjoying learning different types of cooking too, because I am trying to get a more nutritionally oriented, not necessarily low fat,
I think she has a lot of growth potential. One of those people with a lot of things, positive things, but they are the small, subtle things that could be really life-changing for her.
I want to make sure she's ready to make those changes.
I agree.
And not just going through the motions.
I agree.
We want to know, how do you draw the line between being positively sexy and negatively sexy?
Ooh, wow, goodness gracious. I think sexual sexy is just what it is. It appears sexual. When I think of a sexual sexy, I think of a young lady who's just letting it all hang out. The goodies are there because the intent is, I'm trying to draw you in with a sexual appearance. So when it comes to sex, it's not so much of a style of dress or makeup or hair. A sexual sex is really just what it is. I'm trying to emphasize all the things that make you think or focus on those first 3 letters of sexual. Sex.
Revealing.
Right. Overly, over the top, overdone. Sometimes it's too much.
Yeah, that's that come hither kind of thing.
I mean, that's that come here
is.
now.
Yeah.
I need you. Not necessarily part. That's on the lower end of those, those definitions that I was talking about. Everyone varies.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can have a suit on and have that, that
Absolutely.
sexiness, that
Absolutely.
modest kind of look, and everything is placed right. You have one simple necklace on.
Right.
A nice pair of earrings, and just walking erect can make you sexy.
Absolutely. Posture changes everything about appearance.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ladies, one of the biggest challenges or hurdles that I find in a lot of people is attitude. And a lot of times I don't even think that people are conscious of the fact that their verbal and nonverbal cues have a lot to do with how people perceive them. Think about how you handle it if you're in a tough situation. Let's just talk about it at the grocery store. If you're not getting what you paid for, how do you handle it when you go back to the cashier because you looked at your receipt? Think about how you could handle it. I've always heard the adage that you can get more with sugar than you can with salt, and that actually holds true. So think about your attitude. If you go up to the cashier and you say, well, excuse me, there's a problem. I noticed that something wasn't handled correctly, or that I was overcharged for something, versus, what did you do to my ticket? This isn't right. What do you think that how are they going to respond to you based on how you responded to them? So just remember, there's always a positive way to handle things. And a lot of times you have to consider the fact that if you handle it badly and someone around you knows who you are, or they have to have an opportunity where they're thinking about using you for something, and they saw how you have taken something and you have spiraled it out of control, it can negatively impact your self-image as well as what you can accomplish in your life. So we always want to take the high road. Take the high road, because when you take the high road, it may lead to other places.
Hoping I can bring a lot. I mean, a lot of people think just because you're big, you're not healthy. I'm very healthy. I exercise, I eat healthy. I'm just big, you know, it's just who I am. These things maybe weigh about 30 or 40 pounds themselves. So, I mean, I'm healthy. It's not like I'm not, I'm being honest. It's not like I'm, you know, just extra fat and everything everywhere else. I perform, people like what they see, so
I agree. And I think she is very outgoing and bubbly enough to kind of add some of that to some of the other ladies.
I noticed that in the relationship department of marriage, there were some things that I think she could grow in, and I think she would benefit in that department from the show.
I agree.
And a lot of that, I believe, is rooted in self-esteem.
It's kind of hard to explain, but I notice people tend to relax a little bit around me. I've got a very laid-back sort of attitude, and I think whatever things others tend to project, they feel like they need to project them less, I guess. You know, I set people at ease.
What my relationship is like? Typical, married, go to work, take care of the kids, and hope that they don't fail when they get out on their own.
Absolutely loved her. I think she would be a great role model. I think she would be that person that others can look at and say, if she can succeed, if she can push, there's no reason why I'm sitting on a million excuses.
Exactly.
And with her, I can't wait to see what she's going to be like, what she's going to exude and exemplify at the end of this process.
I agree. I think there's a lot of things that she has that she can teach others.
Right. Right. I'm not even sure that she totally knows all of the things
I agree.
that she is capable of
I agree.
and that she possesses.
Well, I think she's evolving.
Right.
She's young.
Right.
he's great. I think I'm the wild child of the situation. Like I said, he was my first boyfriend, and we grew together. The hard thing is that I only know him. Like, I don't know other guys. So when I'm out and I see guys, like, I'm trying to find out what's going on too. So, yeah.
Well, a lot of the times I know I'm guilty. I basically react before I think a lot of times. So for the most part, it's either going to be an argument. And then once I see that we're going back and forth arguing with one another, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to just go home, or I'm just going to leave the room to calm down.
I think when her self-esteem develops, the things she wants to do in her career will also take off, because that shines on stage.
I am one of the most outgoing, loud people they've ever met in their life. I love meeting new people. I talk for hours. I'm caring, do everything I can for who I can, even if I don't know them. Very goal-oriented, determined, hard-headed. Not gonna lie, I have an attitude when I want, it is. It's just me, though. Get it honest.
Yes.
And I'm not sure that this is a good fit for the things that she wants.
A word that would describe my aspirations would definitely be, I would just say overall this, diva. I'm so unique, so different. When it comes to my goals, I'm all over the place. I try my hand at everything in life. I don't try to have any type of limitations. So I don't try to put myself in a box, so I'm just all over the place.
But, I think with her background, she shows that she's very transient and she can adapt And that's a good quality, because that means that if she can adapt on a regular basis, then this is just going to be one of those other opportunities for her to show her ability to transition into something else.
Right.
She's evolving too, I think. I don't know about this one.
I don't either. I think she portrays one image, but deep down it may be just the opposite.
And that's what I sense, that you're not getting the real or the
Right.
authentic her.
Right.
You know, and a lot of times when people don't give you that real piece, you got to do a whole lot more delving into, you know, what's really the issue or what's really going on with them.
My concern is, why are you hiding? What are you hiding?
Well, and we want them to be authentic so that we can help them.
Absolutely.
You can't help someone if they're not being real with themselves.
One thing that has always helped me is to be positive, you know. Like I said, that gospel song has really helped me through a lot of trials and tribulations that we've had. Just when I was pregnant, it was just a very hard year. And now that my daughter is getting ready to be 1 year old, I want to make sure that I provide a good life for her, because it's not her fault, you know. She didn't ask to be here, and I know that I know that I can do it. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. It doesn't matter the road that you take to get there. You know, never give up, because everyone's here for something. We may not know what it is. And it may be a hard road to get there, but I always look at the things, the bad things that we go through as a test. Mm-hmm. And without that test, we wouldn't know how to appreciate the better things that we would receive in the end.
Absolutely.
So I really feel that if anyone is in a bad situation or a situation like mine, nobody's bad situation is more worse than anyone else's. If you are in a negative situation and it impacts you in a bad way, you have to just keep your head up. You have to, because if you don't, you won't see what good is there for you. You can't. You have to keep going.
Log on to pageantofqueens.com and stay connected with contestants on the next episode of Pageant of Queens.
If you were to put the outfits maybe that you had on yesterday, put them on again with the shaper, you'll be shocked.
You got curves too. What you gonna do about yours? Spank them every day?
I am older than some of y'all, and I shouldn't look younger.